the care Paul had for the churches he ministered to, for the people he had fellowshiped with, and especially for Timothy, whom he traveled with and mentored, would overwhelm the hearts of those people when they realized their parting may be permanent. It stands as a testimony to the beauty of Christ being reflected through this great apostle. Timothy's tears of parting rent Paul's heart, and he longed to see him again, and to instead see and experience tears of rejoicing, and in turn that he may rejoice. That is his second reason for wanting to see Timothy, as he said, that I may be filled with joy. In seeing Timothy again, there would be joy in abundance. There would be talks of missionary travels, of conversions, of baptisms, of love feasts, and of doctrine. You know what? Yesterday, we have Jose, the guy that he comes here once or twice a year, and he went with Sergio to Israel a few months ago. And he's always over in Kenya. He's in Israel. The next day he's in Rome. The next day he's in Texas for the next month, and he's going to be at every big event that they have, every sporting event, every whatever. When Sturgis comes, he's at Sturgis. It doesn't matter what's happening. If there are a bunch of people, he will be there. On Inauguration Day, guess where he is going to be? He stands out there and hands out tracts to thousands and thousands of people, literally, every weekend. Okay? He sent his email yesterday about his itinerary for the next 3 months. I'm going to be here on these days. And when it said March 9th, I'm going to be at the Superior Word in Sarasota, Florida, I immediately emailed him and said, woohoo, okay? You know, I understand Paul's thinking here. When you love to have somebody that you love around, you want to see him. And when you don't see him, nowadays we have YouTube, and I can watch him evangelizing people because he just carries a body camera and he hands out tracts and he has engagements with people, and I can watch that, okay? But it doesn't replace talking to him personally, right? And we have, he and I and 2 other people have a chat. One is in Israel, one is here in Sarasota, and one is here in this chair, and then you got Jose, and all day long we're sending something to each other and we're talking. But it's not the same as seeing each other in person. And Paul is writing him a letter. He sees Timothy in his mind, but he wants to be with him and be filled with joy. So, wonderful stuff. You read the Bible and it's just so human. It's so human because it's exactly the way that we are, just being expressed in paper for us to say, I understand how Paul felt. Anyway, let's see here. There would be joy in abundance. There would be talks of missionary travels like Jose, of conversions like Jose, of baptisms. I'm sure he baptizes people when he can, of love feasts and of doctrine. You know what Jose did a day ago? He sent a message and he said, I'm going to get this wrong, the content, so don't take anything wrong. But he was like, I'm going back to family for Christmas, or maybe it was New Year's, and New Year's, I think. New Year's. And he said, it's going to be a great reunion with all of the old druggies and all of the old, and he said, what a great chance to evangelize. While they're there still smoking pot, 40 years later, he's there telling them, you don't need to do this. He's on, all these years later, 40 years he's been doing this now, 40 full years as of a month ago, and he hasn't lost his first love. It's unbelievable to see him out there. Everywhere he goes, he puts out a tract somewhere and he'll take a picture of it for us and say, I've serviced this area. And he's got some really funny tracts. I don't want to say here because somebody will take offense at it, but he's got things that catch your eye on the front for appropriate to the location that he is putting it. They're just great. Anyway, so we'll be seeing him again, the Lord willing, on March 9th. Or maybe the Lord will come first and we'll all be out of here. Then we'll see each other anyway. Let's see here. There will be times of rejoicing in the fellowship of the Spirit and in the blessed hope of being united once again with the Lord upon his return. And obviously that's something that they talked about there at the time of the apostles. And like I said at the beginning of this class, Paul, the way he wrote his letters, it really seemed like he thought that the Lord would be coming soon. Yeah. Okay, it just, you get that too then. Okay, it's not just me. When you read his letters, it's like Paul anticipates the coming of the Lord. And yet, 2,000 years we've been waiting. But there has to be a day when the Lord is coming. And now,